Okay, wonderful. Welcome back, you big bunda bitches. Today I'm going to be practicing something very simple yet also very difficult. Clean line work. Just straight lines, ellipses, anything else. I might even do a little bit of other types of practice, like form manipulations, right? Doing a bit of perspective practice. But the point is, at the end of the day, I'm going to really focus on clean lines. Obviously, when you're drawing in general, you should be focusing on clean lines, but having a practice dedicated to that, I find has been pretty damn beneficial. I'm also only practicing this because my lines are objectively very garbage, just like you. So now that we have something to relate on, let's get started. Again, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about this setup because this goddamn ring light. At least I can see the camera now, and I have to keep straining to see if it's properly oriented. But yeah, the ring light is right against my fucking forehead. I am very far back from the, or relatively far back from the paper. But hey, this is how Kim Jong Il draws, right? That's my cope. Anything that really amazing artists do, I'm just like, well, they do it, so if I do it, it's a good skill to practice. But I guess my commentary is gonna have to be the entertaining part of this video, right? Because we all know it was always the artwork that was entertaining before, not my deep masculine voice. I was thinking, what the fuck can you even say to be entertaining, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. And then I thought a bit more, and then my head started hurting because thinking is difficult. And then I stopped thinking and I felt at peace. So that's how my day went. How did your day go? I guess when it comes to being entertaining, I should just either read a book, which takes a lot of work because words are intimidating, or I could simply be myself. That's the sage, age old advice that is parroted all over relationship subreddits. We all know relationship subreddits are the number one place to go when it comes to advice. And they all say be yourself. So, in the vein of being myself, I guess it's just best to ramble. Ramble until either it's interesting or you click off. Apparently, at this point, retention's already dropped 70%, so I don't think anybody's fucking listening. I'm so irrationally confident that this channel is gonna get big, purely because I genuinely, from what I can tell, and I've done my market research. I typed in art progress channel on YouTube, and nothing came up after the first 5 results. So I think that was sufficient enough to come to the claim that I am going to be the first art progress channel that will thoroughly document its progress, and also because it's attached to such a fucking garbage piece of shit artist that really does their best to be positive and encourage their supporters. I would be nothing without you guys' support. Sorry, I don't want to generalize. You people's support. I feel as if when I turn you into nameless, faceless individuals, it's the only way I can deter myself from being a bigot or xenophobic, whichever one makes me a better individual. But okay, so okay, well, I guess let me explain my art practice or this line practice. I basically first start out just practicing straight lines in the direction that is the most difficult for my hand to do. As you can see, this direction is very shaky, right? And I've noticed actually, funny enough, Kim Jong-il also struggles a lot with this direction. So does Antonio. I think naturally, for most people, going outward like this in a very straight and clean manner is pretty difficult, but I like doing difficult things, at least when it comes to art, and especially when it just comes to lines. Um, you'll see what I mean by the more difficult orientation, because if I was just to do this, right, even though the line variation is pretty shito, it's still much straighter and cleaner, because this is much more organic, or to me, to do. I still don't know what the fuck's up with this pen, to be honest. Damn. Okay, see, now you can really see in this video how it's bleeding so much, or it's very wet, you know. That's all I have to say, and that's all she had to say as well. So there's also disorientation as well right here. This is also very difficult. Well, it's the same thing, right? This is actually a bit easier now because I've been practicing it so much. That's actually decently clean. But yeah, this is my practice. If you're expecting anything aesthetic, you can fuck right off, because I don't know what that word means. So please don't make me uncomfortable by saying things I don't understand. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I was actually watching a lot of Ali Abdal's videos today. This is probably gonna be a recurring trend that my three viewers have noted. But wow, this guy mentions Ali Abdal a lot. Well, he just has a lot of good videos on what to do if you're a YouTuber. In it, I'm British, but to be honest, that was a pretty good impersonation. Maybe I should go into voice acting. But oh, I should probably slow down my speaking. I have realized I speak very fast. I must enunciate. My grade 10 drama teacher, Mr. Lalonde, always told me to enunciate. I told him to go fuck himself, and he said that was an incredible performance, and that's how I got an 88 in drama. So I think I'm doing well by his standards. But yeah, basically right now I'm just focusing on really, applying the correct pressure sensitivity, focusing on line weight, all that shit. Obviously, some are gonna be janky, right? And to make it even more difficult for myself, I create enough space to do another run of lines. You see, and that's when things get fucky. But I think this is important to do because there will be a lot of drawings in the future that will likely require this level of, I guess, tightness when it comes to line work. I assume so. I'm sure there's a lot of things that can be drawn that require this sort of linemanship, if that's a word. So yeah. But yeah, regarding Ali Abdal, I've just been spamming and saving all his fucking YouTube videos, like how to be a top 10 YouTuber. He's really great at fucking posting the same content over and over, but it works because I like his. It clearly fucking works. That's why that's why I take his advice, because he has good editing, good lighting, right? I like his personality, all that stuff. But he's talking about most people go into a market that's oversaturated, right? Tech videos are pretty oversaturated. You really need to hit a high standard to do well in them. And you could say the art videos are oversaturated as well, but that's where delving into a niche within the niche comes into play. Because there's some people who do arts and crafts, and there's a few of them which stand out, right? And then there's people like Sam Does Arts, who is actually my age. Sam Yang, also 27, born 1997. No, wait. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, 27, born 1997. I'm doing a little bit of that space and effect break right now for real. I think that's relatable, right? But he is also my age, and he's also Canadian. I guess I can say that much. Yeah, he's also Canadian, and he's also an ethnic man, ethnic minority like me. So I respect him only for those things. His art skill, passable, to be honest. I would say it's middling at best, but the man knows how to fraud skill, so I will give him that. I do wonder at this point if anybody has realized that I say things that I don't actually mean. No, I wonder if that level of sarcasm is picked up on yet, or if I'm the first person to even come up with the concept of sarcasm. I just might be, to be honest, TBH. I just might be the first person to be sarcastic. In fact, I think I just created that word. It just came to me in a vision. So, you're welcome, linguists. I have now given you another 20 years of education to pursue. But Sam Does Art is really good. But like he also he does kind of those maybe I should try copying him. He speaks in a very calm, soothing voice. Hey guys, today I'm Sam Does Arts, and today I'm gonna do art because my name is Sam. Fuck, that was pretty good. I should do an impersonation. I should actually just rip his channel off and just make those. It's the fucking soy face, right? Everybody does a soy face on their thumbnails. He's also capitalized on the soy face market. Just hilarious because he barely makes that face in his videos. But the man is a marketing genius, right? I only watch his actual art videos, like drawing this, yassifying this, blah blah blah. But the point I was trying to make is that Sam also is in a specific niche, which is he is good at art. And that's actually what the fuck made him so. No, it's his painterly style. That's what it was. He has a very unique painterly style. He's really good with this. His understanding of lighting is top tier. His digital, like he's a digital artist, but his brushmanship, right? His digital brushmanship is very fucking good. I have no doubt if he transferred to physical, oh fuck me. Yeah, see, this is why line practice is so important, because you see that right there, like this area where I do an ellipse. Now that's something to focus on, because that has, oh god, I hope I didn't touch the mic. That has a lot of jagged lines. And what was I saying? Yeah, his painterly style is really, really nice. I like it a lot. I've binged a lot of his videos. I've saved a couple of them. But yeah, like I'm not like, what the fuck am I trying to say, bro? It does YouTube. I love Ali Abdal's penis. That was what I was saying. Yes, back to my point. Well, your boy Dooley Dalu was all like, "Yo, find a niche within a niche," and I'm like, okay, art is relatively niche, but apparently art channels pay like shit, which is why people do Patreon and stuff. Oh, I also realized that there's no way in hell my fucking channel is, even if it gets monetized, there's no way in hell my videos are actually gonna have anything more than limited monetization, because I literally swear at my audience. I called you guys a useless piece of shit last video, so ain't no way YouTube gonna be appreciative of that. Of course, unless you're Logan Paul, then you can go to Japan and do whatever you want. You know, perhaps make public mockery of an individual's suicide. But I am not Logan Paul. I do not have Paul privilege. Right, that's a step beyond white privilege because I have to be an obnoxious piece of shit about it. Um. Oh, I hope I get his haters. That'd be hilarious. That would give me retention. I think that's the only way. I have to be very controversial. What are some controversial things I can say? Water is wet. That one's pretty deep. That's more philosophy than anything. But what else? What the? You know what? I'm not even gonna apologize for my rambling anymore. This is what you fucking signed up for. Deal with that, you pieces of shit. I love you. Please, please give me money. Yes, our channels don't pay well, so, and they do Patreon and stuff, right? So my niche within a niche, even though I'm not gonna be monetized and I swear a bunch and I'm not gonna censor my personality just for YouTube. At the end of the day, this is for me, and I enjoy doing this very much. And this is a good skill I'm building, right? Where talking while drawing allows me to focus, allows me to really I'm building a really nice set of oh, fuck me. A really nice set of skills, evidently. God, probably sound like a deep throated on the mic there. I wonder if that would get a lot of views on Pornhub. Oh god, what the fuck was that? Yo, that's okay. I'm gonna try that again. Because that's definitely oh, come on, steady, steady. Oh, that was better. See, this is why I'm not gonna censor myself or change anything about this channel, because it's little gems like these, little moments like that, you know, where my audience of 5 million will look at, you know, a few years from now and be like, remember that time he got that jagged line and he made that sound. Classic Viggy. What a stand-up lad. Truly the best entertainer of our time. But oh no, what I was saying is I'm extremely unnecessarily confident. Yeah, like apart from the fact that, you know, YouTube doesn't pay well, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna have to beg you guys for money. I was thinking of opening up a Ko-fi, right? Ko-fi. Their website's super fucking vague, but from my understanding, you can just beg for money, but it's professional. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna link it in the description from now on. Probably have a cheeky tagline like, "Please give me money, I need it, so I can quit my day job." Yeah, I'm sure that'll be very endearing, and you'll all love that. And I think, oh yeah, but I'm confident that this channel is gonna do well because I don't see any art progress channels, not to the extent that I will be, you know, showcasing my practice, showcasing the art wad practice. Oh yeah, I mean, is it even chilling? Actually, it genuinely, fuck me, I genuinely love that program. I honestly encourage you all to check it out. I think I already fucking jizzed over it last episode, but I'll probably jizz over it as often as I get. I clearly have short-term memory, even though I record these videos every fucking day, because I'm literally, it's the most low-effort shit in the world. I'm just recording me drawing while I'm shooting this shit. I say all this garbage about, oh, it's gonna help me zoom out and help me teach myself. No, this is just a convenient way for me to make videos while showcasing my hobby, you know? So if any brand dealers want to deal a brand with me, I'm all ears. I will do anything and everything for currency. As long as it's in USD. Don't come at me with that peso shit. Please. Alright, I have standards. We're playing checkers, not chess. Yeah, let me take another break. God, these lines are looking really bad. But I'm going to just brazenly believe that it is going to be the repetition that gets me there. So I think for, actually, I should probably have structure when it comes to the lines, right? So let's just say for this, bless me. Let's just say for this, it's all going to be line work, ellipses, lines, whatever bullshit. And then for this, or straight and ellipses, right? And then for this over here, this section, we can practice a lot of curved lines. And then for the bottom, we can, I don't fucking know what we can do for the bottom. We'll figure it out when we get there. I never said this shit was scripted. This is all natural. Oh god, I'm already fucking it up. Why did I decide to just follow this ellipse? It's okay. It's okay, Biggie. It's okay. I gotta really focus on just saying my nickname. I mean, if any of my friends come across this, they'd be like, "It's." I mean, I've already told a couple of my friends that I'm starting a YouTube channel. But Ali Abdallah also says this one thing. He says nobody gives a shit, which may be true. I'm sure they'll watch maybe a few minutes. I mean, I know some of my friends' YouTube channels, and it is the truth. I look at it and I'm like, that's nice, and then I delete that shit from my watch history. I do that to most people's channels. Not because I dislike their videos. I usually always like their videos. I just purely only like having art videos in my history. So the algorithm only shows me art videos 99% of the time. It's a calculated maneuver. Plus, I use the watch history as a backlog. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I use my watch history. I just open a video and it enters my watch history, and then I just go back to my watch history. I don't use the queue feature or the save to later feature because that shit got so fucking bloated. my save feature got very, very bloated with CNanners videos back when I was in uni in 2016. I don't know if anybody even remembers him. I mean, I was super into the gaming YouTube. Anybody remember the creatures? The fucking goats? They're the goddamn fucking got such OGs of YouTube. Rest in peace. God damn it. Yeah, I could go on a nostalgic gist fest about the creatures. Fuck, man. So much of my childhood. I say childhood. They were my adolescence more than anything. I knew of them in grade 8 and onwards. But yeah, creatures are OG. They were the first content house. All you fuckers who don't know them, die. Die, repent, come back, born before the 2000s, and then you can have my acceptance because I know it means so much to you. I'm sure there's some kids, I say kids, but they're all 20s now. But I'm sure there's some people born in 2000s who are like, actually, I was born in 2000s and I watched the creatures, so you're wrong. Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that information? All right, I don't like being wrong. I'm just gonna ignore you. Is what I say to you, hypothetical person. I don't like being wrong. Except when it serves me. Like, if I'm wrong about not being able to be monetized, I will gladly be wrong about that. It is a very difficult skill to be. Oh, fuck me. It is a very difficult to actually talk and just ramble, even though I'm just saying random shit. It is genuinely very difficult to do that while focusing on drawing. But I think the more I do it, if I'm to believe how the human brain works when it comes to neuroplasticity, then I should be getting better at this over time. That ellipse was horrible. I'm gonna do another one. Okay, let's really focus. Really focus. Honestly, I should just set the expectation now that there will be moments where I go quiet, because ain't no way I'm doing this channel just to shoot the shit. This is primarily an art progress channel, right? So if you want to see me progress, listen to the nice royalty-free music in the background that I'm probably will have. I really want to use Pokemon music and Zelda music like I mentioned earlier, but I have a feeling Nintendo's gonna copyright strike the fuck out of me because they clearly hate people showcasing their content. They're so ass backwards when it comes to that shit. They might even copyright strike me for speaking ill of them. Fuck you, Nintendo. I love your fucking games, but you guys are fucking idiots. Absolute retards when it comes to content promotion. Little dipshits. And their consoles need to be more powerful, because I used to the Switch, the Wii U, DS, they were like my first console for everything. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm an OG and I had the GameCube and all that shit, but I had the first DS, which had the GameCube games attached. And I have all the lines of the DS, including the new 3DS XL, the most fucking stupid naming convention in the world as well. They love doing that shit too. But let me just hold the paper. Oh god, why's my back hurting? Well, I did. It was upper body day today. Oh yes, I work out. Should I flex about that? No pun intended. I lift. Give me respect, because I can pick things up and put them down at a controlled speed. I'm sure if any of you lift, you are either stuck in the phase where your lifting is your personality, or you are past that phase, and we can all chuckle about, haha, yes, I remember when lifting was my personality. But to be honest, lifting is what helps me have the discipline to do this now. You know, once I actually had the shocking realization that, hey, if I can consistently work out for 4 to 6 days a week for 9 years straight, right, and watch my nutrition and get 8 hours of sleep, right, and progressively overload in this one skill, which is bodybuilding, I guess you could call it, Why can't I do that to anything else? Of course, it took 7 years to get to that point because I did start this art journey 2 years ago. So, better late than never. But Jesus Christ, to all of you watching, first, please prioritize your health. Energy is the great equalizer. And I'm sure if any of you lift, you'll understand exactly what I mean. And for those that don't, you might be either confused or dismissive of what I'm saying because it's like, oh, it's another meathead or someone who's obsessed with the gym. I'm not saying go to the gym. I'm saying do something that requires resistance and that genuinely is difficult. I'm sure and I'm aware of the fact that there's a subset of people who don't get those endorphins from exercising, but I think if you just think about it logically, purely for the objective benefit of having muscle mass on you, the energy quotient, my friend. Look at Antonio. Why do you think he can run a business and he got so good at art? Because he's jacked. Okay, and I respect that a lot about him. Antonio's very fit, right? I don't know if he's more jacked than me, but we'll have to see. I think we're like equal levels of jacked. Well, he does different workouts as well. But he's definitely natural, that's for sure, and I respect that. People think that's an insult. It's not. Because you can go far as a natural. It just takes a lot of time. But those fucking millimeters of gains after the first couple years definitely add up. But yeah, please take care of your health. Again, ideally some sort of resistance training, whether it be body weight, whether it be weightlifting, whether it be some sort of sport, whether it be some sort of rock climbing, recreation, whatever the fuck, right? Even running, if you can't lift, if you genuinely can't do any form of resistance training and you're just crippled mentally. But again, the better your physical health, the better your mental health, right? Or the easier it is to focus on your mental health. And that's just the truth. There's no refuting this. I'm sure, to be honest, if any neckbeards are watching my video, you can fuck right off. Because I don't need your pseudoscience about, well, when I play D&D, I feel a lot better. And again, I'm just stereotyping. Because I don't like D&D. Those acronyms, those letters form an acronym which makes me uncomfortable. And I have a bias against acronyms which make me uncomfortable. But yeah, guys, please take care of your health. The only reason I'm able to do this consistently and work out for hours on end in a day and do my job, right? I am privileged. I have a work from home job, right? I don't have a commute to deal with, so I'm not going to discount that. But that doesn't mean that you can't fit time in for yourself during the day, right? Everybody has responsibilities. I'm not saying you have to have my fucking autistic perfect scheduling, right? Or quote unquote perfect, but like just really tight knit scheduling. But I am saying that you are capable of so much more than you believe you are, if you believe you aren't capable. And if you are capable and you believe it, then great, I'm really happy for you. All jokes aside, I know whatever I say may piss people off, but I'm genuinely rooting for all of you to succeed in your endeavors. But I do believe a healthy body is the forefront of those endeavors. It sets the basis, right? It is a, what the fuck does Kino Body say? It's a force multiplier. That guy's fucking hilarious. the what does he call it? The Kino, he calls it like Kino flirting or some stupid shit like that. Honestly, just purely off the entertainment factor. Oh no, my cap! Fuck me. I'm gonna make there you go. I made a lot of unnecessary noises while picking it up. So now you know that I picked up my cap of my pan. But I wonder how these lines are looking. I feel as if I am making an effort, but it is difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take a water break. But yeah, I just have an unnecessary amount of confidence when it comes to this channel, right? Unless somebody just 10 times better than me sees what I'm doing, rips it off, and gets more subscribers. I guess more power to them if they have the ability. This is what Ali Abduli calls the unfair advantage, right? Find out what your unfair advantage is, and then capitalize on it. So if somebody's unfair advantage is the fact that they didn't think of this video, this like art channel progress thing, but they have more skill than I do, right? And they're like, what the fuck, I can just record myself overhead. Go for it. Go for it. I'm hoping because I am the first and my setup is pretty decent and the quality is pretty decent, right? Honestly, for a $30 fucking lavalier mic, this is really good. I sound pretty crisp. I'm sure my voice is fucking grating to so many people's ear, but I can't do anything about it, bro. It used to be even worse. I had to train my voice to be able to speak it relatively deep. Yeah, you can train anything. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah. But yeah, I do think this channel will be pretty big. I mean, if not now, then when I'm even better, right? That's the beauty of progress. People can stop in at any point. 2 years from now, they'll be like, "Oh, what the fuck? This guy's drawing some really interesting shit," and then they'll just realize there's hundreds and hundreds of videos showcasing each practice. And the hope is I'm entertaining enough at that point for people to be like, "Oh, he's kind of funny. He says a lot of outlandish shit, but I need some controversy in my life. It keeps me going." That's what I imagine my current audience is like. That's I guess that's my target audience. People who get off on a monotonous voice that doesn't know when to shut the fuck up, right? Because they're definitely not getting off on the fact that I'm drawing these fucking wobbly ass lines. But they are getting slowly better. I don't know if anybody can tell. It feels like obviously this is something only the person doing it can tell. But they are getting slowly better because I'm focusing on them getting slowly better. Okay, let's do like a wide ellipse like this. Just like that. Just like that. But yeah, I can't use Nintendo music, I think. I really wanted to. Like the Animal Crossing theme, so many good Pokemon songs. Oh, I'm gonna say something that will hopefully piss people off. Not because I like pissing people off, but because I just like saying shit that makes people think I like pissing people off. Right? Have a thought about that one. It'll give you a great analysis into my character. In that I have no character. Oh god, I fucked up the perspective there. Somehow doing that fast actually made it better. And let's just do a little bit of this. Honestly, the idea I even got for these videos, like, first of all, I'm very lucky that I bought a nice artist desk that's leaned in a specific way, right? This is at like a 40-degree angle or whatever. So that's really nice. So my posture doesn't get fucked. But I wanted to do a YouTube channel for a while, but I'm like, what do I do? But then my friends told me, they're like, dude, just make a progress channel. People fucking love watching people's progress. And they're like, you made really good progress in the last 2 years. So imagine just uploading for 10 years straight. People are gonna go ape shit for your stuff. So if they're wrong, I'm coming to fucking hunt them down and murder them. But is that hate speech? Well, they're my friends. I guess they can take it. Up the butt. But I was always wanting to make one, but I realized that hey, I have a pretty aesthetic, quote unquote, aesthetic setup, and this ring light makes it look 10 times better. Actually, no, it just makes it look brighter. So I guess by default, it does look pretty nice. And I think I noticed like Kim Jong-il, because he draws like this. Obviously, I am not him, but I've noticed people who just draw in this kind of format where it's just paper and they're just shooting the shit while drawing. That seems to get views. I mean, Kim Jong-il does it, or he did it, and people loved that type of content. Obviously, he's fucking amazing. So really, if you think about it, I just have to become fucking amazing, and then just keep shooting the shit as I have been, and this format will work in my favor. Okay, how long has it been? It's already been half an hour? No fucking way, bro. Jesus Christ, half an hour just drawing mid lines. Alright, oh, my neck is... I need to figure out a better position for this. Because... Or maybe I just need to relax. Okay, let's try relaxing. Okay, now I said I was going to do curved lines, right? So why don't we... like this. Curved lines are actually difficult because if you want to do a continuous one, which I obviously just didn't, but if you want to, you kind of have to keep the pen a little farther away. There you go. Why don't we just make that the curved line? And now let's do this. Maybe they're a bit easier in terms of getting clean lines, but they're more difficult in terms of getting a consistent... I mean, this is difficult in general, getting a consistent line weight, especially with the brush pen. Oh, fuck me, I moved the paper. Ignore it. Ignore it. Oh god, that was so bad. Well, let's just go the other way now. This is what I love, is the fact that progress is not seen during the act itself, although you can feel progress, right? Like, it's like micro progress. I'm like, I can feel that I'm focusing more. I can feel that my lines are just more confident in general, right? My fingers are a bit more stable. But progress is not seen during these moments, nor tomorrow or the day after. It is only noticed 4 months from now when another video like this or another one of these videos crop up, and we all notice, hey, they're slightly straighter, right? I don't even mean much straighter, but simply, is my mic still connected? Okay, yeah, it is slightly straighter. So, I mean, that's realistic. And that's another thing. Again, I've obsessively watched a lot of Kim Jong-il's interviews, but that's another thing he said is like he's not a prodigy. He himself has said he's like, I'm no savant. My progress was very linear. It was step by step. Prodigies improve by leaps and bounds. Listen, I think many people, I think anybody, you can take that as his humility, but sure, it can be. But I personally choose to take it at absolute face value. Why shouldn't I? If someone at that skill level is essentially stating, and he's been cheeky, he's like, oh, you'll never get here though, ha ha ha. But if he's essentially stating and encouraging everybody that they can get to where he is, why shouldn't we try? Why should we limit ourselves, right? The only thing is patience. We have to think long term. I believe I can get to Kim Jong-il's level within my lifetime. I don't believe I can surpass his level without much more effort and much more time dedicated to it, but I think I can get to that level of having, maybe not exactly like his, but I genuinely think I can get to a level of, okay, very large visual library, ability to draw things from imagination, because the baseline is perspective, form, manipulated shapes, and then just like the clusters I did in the last video. Everything is essentially just a cluster of manipulated shapes, if you think about it, right? But obviously the uniqueness or the design of those shapes is what makes the art good, right? And that's not just the shapes themselves, but the shape language, the rendering that goes into it, right? The research that goes into it oftentimes. So all those things mean a lot. But what do I know, bro? I'm literally just at the starting line, ain't it? I love saying that shit. Ain't it? That's a funny word. Oh god, I have to sneeze. Alright. Here, let's just draw a little. That's cute, ain't it? No, I'm not British. But we were ruled by them, and my entire country was razed to the ground due to their efforts, so I think that goes for something, right? And I think I'm just gonna stay bitter about that instead of really moving on or doing anything with my life. It's more fun that way. As a wise man once said, white people. So that's it. I'm just gonna parrot that. As long as I have excess melanin, I have the right. I have the right to cry and cry. I tell you, I have the fucking right. Look at it! Oh, fuck, that kind of hurt my elbow. Oh, shit. This was supposed to be all, okay, well, let me just... This was supposed to be all curvy lines, but then I got caught up in my straightness because I'm so straight. I am so anti-not straight. Okay, let's do one more. Because this pen makes it so difficult. But I guess in terms of the music, I mean, what could I put in the background? I wanted to do Animal Crossing. I wanted to do Pokemon. I wanted... Oh, yeah, the controversial thing I was going to say. Fucking, I completely lost myself. Is the fact that, yeah, Pokemon's been shit ever since they went 3D. And I don't use the word shit lightly. I use it very heavily. It is excrement. It is poo-poo excrement. Feces. It is doo-doo. I mean, to be honest, I play ROM hacks. And ROM hacks are fucking amazing. So ROM hacks for the 3D games, because I only have the handhelds. I didn't buy any of the Switch games because those are fucking just pain to my eyes. And you know what I love about Pokemon fans, like the average Pokemon fan? They use the shittiest argument in the world, which is let people enjoy things. I will let you enjoy it, and you shall let me give legitimate critiques. How about that? And then people say, oh, Game Freak's really pressed for time. Listen, I forgive them. They're a small indie company. okay? They barely have the revenue to survive. I understand, but I believe if they truly did their best allocating resources, you know, it should be possible. I also did read some shit like how obviously Pokemon company and production, like they usually force a heavy timeline as well. That's fine at all, but I think Masuda literally said that they don't like having feature parity across all their games, so each game feels unique, which is the stupidest shit I've ever heard, especially when it comes to a fucking game like Pokemon. Bro, ain't nobody buying that shit because this one has Battle Tower and this one has a different variation of it. They just want it all in the same place. Like, that's a normal progression of a game. Let's not even talk about how we were just starting to get really cool sprites. Like, the sprite animations were so much more alive than the fucking, literally the hollow shell of the 3D models that they've used for the games going forward. And people obviously have short-term memory, so they remember that they said they moved to 3D because they were creating new animations or some shit. Like, I don't know, something with, I remember Scarlet, was it Scarlet? No, Sword and Shield had some shit like that, right? But Sword and Shield looked like a fucking GameCube game. So please understand, alright? Please understand, Game Freak is small indie developer. They don't know, they just don't know how to manage their resources. Only the largest franchise in the world. They're only the largest franchise in the world, guys. There's ain't no way they can put out quality. There ain't no way. Listen, I'm not saying the other games are perfect, but they were setting a precedent that it was improving very well. I loved Black and White. I did not know Black and White had fucking controversy. I had zero idea Black and White. Oh god, I'm so down. I had zero idea Black and White had any sort of controversy regarding its reception. I mean, yeah, it did suck that it only had the new Pokemon up until you beat the game, I believe. But I don't think that was grounds for boycotting it. But apparently, that was enough to fucking traumatize the entire goddamn company to only ever pander to Gen 1ers, right? And never try anything new again, man. The music in Black and White 2 especially was so good. And the animated trailer, any of you who are Pokemon fans, watch Pokemon Black and White 2 animated trailer, dub or sub, based on your preference. I would suggest sub because I like sub, and it feels as if the voice acting was better in the sub. But at the same time, Sean Schmemmel is in the Goku's voice actor is in the dub. But either way, I'll actually just say check out both. Check out both and make, form an opinion. But the animation there, imagine if the Pokemon anime looked like that, bro. Ugh. Okay, let's try something difficult like this. But yeah, I would highly suggest you check out Drayano's ROM hacks. Drayano, that's Drayano. Those are really, really good. Check out Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon ROM hacks. Check out Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire ROM hacks. I can't remember the names. I've hacked my 3DS, my new 3DS XL. That's why it's the best purchase I've made, to be honest, because I can play any fucking game I want. I don't even know if it's legal to talk about this shit. But who gives a fuck? What the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna burst into my house and be like, where is your console that's been ROM hacked? I'll just pretend like I don't understand English. God damn you. Yeah. Let's do this. I feel as if I am getting better at the lines, but who knows? Who knows? Right. I am trying to focus a lot more. But yeah, and the reason, listen, just listen to me, okay? Just shut the fuck up and listen. The reason I had such a passionate little ramble about Pokemon is because the keyword is passionate. I am passionate about the games. Why would, yeah, sure, I get it. A lot of people are haters, blah, 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 invalid criticism, sure, what the fuck. But I personally would not get so up in arms, I guess you could say, about such a topic if I wasn't passionate about it. Pokemon was my childhood. My first game was Diamond and Pearl, and then I played, it was Diamond and Pearl, and then I played Platinum, and then I played Fire Red, and I played Leaf Green, and I also played Emerald. Like, I've played a lot of the good ones, right? I still want to play Unbound. I still haven't finished. That's a ROM hack, really fucking good. I still haven't finished Unbound. Oh, I also love the ROM hacks, like especially the DS ROM hacks, because there is a, I forgot what it's called, but you can essentially gen your own Pokemon, and I'm just able to make my perfect competitive teams. I've made so many. I've literally played with all the best Pokemon between Gens 1 and Gen 7, or most of them. You know, I'm sure there's still a lot of teams, but I've fucking played so many, and they're all different. The different games too, right? That God, man, like genning them into your perfect competitive stats and like just going on Smogon or Cerebi and just choosing which one works. Fuck, it's so good. It's that's the Pokemon nerd in me. But yeah, I care about the series a lot. You know, I remember back in when I was in grade 7, it was 2009 to 2010, and so 2010 summer, I think that's when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, right? And obviously that blows your mind as a fucking 12-year-old because you're seeing Pokemon following you. You have 2 regions and all that shit. I'm just stretching, right? You have all that stuff. How much time do I have left? I have 20 minutes left. Nice. Yeah, like you have Pokemon following you. You have all this cool shit going on. 2 regions. The fucking versus red theme is amazing, right? So fucking so good. But even back then, I was envisioning what Pokemon could be like, and I'm telling you, when I literally envisioned Pokemon, but in Breath of the Wild format. Like, I remember I was telling my friend, I was like, imagine if there was a Torterra walking around and it's literally like life size, it's like 10 times bigger than you, right? They're different sizes and they're walking around, they're feeding, and then you see other Pokemon fighting. Don't fucking tell me Scarlet and Violet offers that. If you tell me that, I will literally shit my pants and I'll put it in the video, okay? So don't tell me that, please. There's no fucking way Scarlet and Violet offers anything even close to a quote-unquote Breath of the Wild experience, nor Legends Arceus. Although my friends had, listen, this is all obviously, oh, people are gonna hate me, but obviously this is based on what I've seen and the videos I've watched and the reviews that I've watched. I'm not touching a game, okay? I don't care about your fucking shitty ass criticism. If you haven't played it, you don't have a right to say anything. Well, there's many of us who haven't seen shitty movies, but we know that they're shit, do we not? All right, now apply that same logic to exactly what I'm talking about. All right, my friends played Legends Arceus, and he said that it has potential. And there's a lot of things that are nice about it, but at the same time, he mentioned that it got very repetitive, right? It didn't really have much to offer in terms of a world that was alive, and he played the entire thing too. And he has the same opinions about Pokemon as I do. We're just clones of each other. You know, we're both South Indian, or we're both Tamil. I'm South Indian, he's Sri Lankan, so there's still a reason to be bigoted towards him, of course, and to make him an other. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, okay, let me just focus on these lines. But you know, he said it was good. He said he liked a lot of what it had to offer. It was very unique. I don't remember the specifics, but you know, I'm not here to shit on Pokemon. If they introduce new concepts and ideas that work, I will wholeheartedly encourage it. But at the same time, I'm not seeing an upward trajectory for this series. I'm just seeing people accepting their faults and excusing the fact that they charge AAA prices, but their game is like fucking barely half an A, if we're gonna be honest. Okay, let's say 1.5. I'll be nice. Right? Feel free to disagree with me in the comments. It drives engagement and will probably get more people to watch my video, so I really appreciate that. I think I need haters, right? You need people to hate you. What is that quote? If you have haters, you are a potato. So I wouldn't mind being able to turn myself into a fry. That'd be pretty good. There you go. Focus. My focus needs more focus. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good too. You know what I realized? The camera makes this shit look 10 times better. To be honest. It's funny. That works. And the lighting too. It's actually like I was rewatching last night's video and I was like, wow, it's actually kind of mesmerizing just to see somebody draw. Or maybe I'm just an egotistical piece of shit. I don't know, I'm just so confident that this channel is gonna take off. I feel as if my personality is gonna be the drawing factor. No pun intended. But yeah, I mean, I actually don't think my personality is gonna be the drawing factor. I think the last 5 seconds just proved that. If anything, my personality is gonna be the reason that I have 1.2 retention rate percentage. But hopefully the clickbait will do its job. I have a pretty unique idea for thumbnails, which is I'm just gonna put a bunch of outlandish text in the thumbnail. Like for example, in this video, there's probably gonna be something really fucking retarded here. Maybe something like I literally shit myself, right? Also, that's another reason I won't get monetized, because I'm not gonna censor the word shit. I don't care, bro. Right? I wanna make videos that I wanna watch and that look funny. I'd click on a video if some dude was just dicking around drawing some scribbles and here it said I literally shit myself. Actually, would I watch that? I'd click on it at the very least. And I'm hoping to God people who click on the clickbait. Is that an alliteration? No, it isn't. I'm hoping to God that people who click on the clickbait will be like, oh, I'm sticking around. His voice is so soothing to the ear and he plays good royalty-free music that I don't recognize. I love this guy. I love everything he has to offer. I'll have everything he has to offer. I'll take away his entire life savings. Thank you. Yeah, I guess on the topic of being entertaining, I guess I don't need to be entertaining. I just need to keep doing what I do, which is just ramble about random bullshit. And slow down. I must slow down my speech. Oh, my neck is so sore. Okay, so this position is not working because my arm is, fuck me, my arm is stretched out in a way that is making my right trap very sore. Is this good line practice? Actually, you know what it is? It's not that the camera makes it look better. It's the fact that the light is so bright that in real life when I'm drawing, the pen is fine too. Actually, it's just it looks grayish, and I'm noticing the bleed and all that stuff, or just how it spreads a lot more because the light is outlining it all, right? Like I've noticed that when something is deep black, it actually masks that, or maybe my brain just seems to ignore it. This is good actually. This setup will be a great indicator of progress. I think that should be fine. Okay, so I've done straight lines, I've done curvy lines. Let's do a couple more curvy lines. I did like technically 2 rows here, so maybe I should do one more. What's difficult? Oh, this is pretty difficult. You see, like, the line gets lost here, it gets thinner here. Right, so let's just... It's a good way to teach spacing as well, to be honest. And it's a good way to keep me focused. What else can I talk about? I feel as if I've bitched about everything. I thought I'd be able to keep it up for the next 20 years, but I think I'm lost. It's over. I can't. Fuck, that was really bad. But that was also really good because it teaches me that this right here is difficult in terms of pen pressure. What else can I bitch about? No, what can I talk about? What do I enjoy? Oh, I'm really enjoying learning the piano. I'm currently learning. I started in. Yeah, let's talk about something positive. Because I want to be a bastion of positivity for the art community. To all you beginner artists, you can do it. Just stop wasting your time and draw exactly how I draw. And you too shall be exactly as mediocre as I am. You are welcome. That will be 500. Please donate that to my Ko-fi or coffee, whatever, my Ko-fi link. You will get absolutely no benefits. Yeah, you'll get no benefits. The benefit is helping out a man who's giving you so much in return. Free content. And you don't have to pay anything. You just have to pay with your time, attention, and sanity. Which I think is worth it because most artists go insane after a while anyways because we're just fucking doing the same repetitive shit over and over. Enjoy the process is bullshit, bro. I want to hate the process. I want someone who hated the process, got amazing, and then just became the world's biggest hater on art. I wonder if I can be that guy. No, I can't be that guy. It's too fun to draw lines. For actually, to be honest, that's like every beginner artist. They're all just fucking bitching. I'll talk about the piano thing in another video. This is actually, I want to go back to bitching. Listen, I have to like preface everything with listen. I'm Navi from Zelda. Listen. No, but I think beginner artists, a lot of them are simply either misinformed or misdirected or inundated with an influx of information. I actually just watched another reel from Antonio, or like the ArtWad Instagram, right? And Antonio basically just talks about how there's just basically shit content out there for learning the fundamentals online. And it's true. ArtWad is literally like, I've been waiting for a program like ArtWad my entire fucking life, you know, which breaks down the concept of spatial reasoning. And it literally breaks down that this is how every single artist you look up to, these are the basics they learned. This is basically the steps they took. Maybe it wasn't one to one, but the point is they all had to learn the simple shapes. They all had to really, really intuit perspective. And they all had to learn about how to manipulate shapes and come up with interesting designs, right? If they were comic artists, they had to learn how to tell stories with those designs. They had to learn composition. But what does it all start with? Perspective, shapes, form. It all starts with that. There's absolutely nothing else that it starts with. Okay? And if you want to be an abstract artist, go ahead. But abstract by nature is something that defies, or at least sidelines, the fundamentals, right? It has its own set of rules and interpretations. But if we're talking about realistic representational art, then yeah, you cannot throw that away. You just can't. You can't ignore it. And it's not boring. As you can see, you can entertain yourself quite well just doing it, as even from what, last video? Right, you saw that. Yeah, I was just complaining, but those complaints were serious. I had a lot of fun, to be honest, with what I did. It was a great time. It was genuinely a great time. But it took 2 years just to get to that point. Right? So is my mic on? Yeah, okay. That's something you have to understand and recognize as well. Okay, let me just I'm still doing lines. Okay, let me just practice ellipses. Fuck it. Yeah, let me just practice ellipses. I have 9 minutes left, so might as well. Yes, beginners, please don't neglect your fundamentals. I will again state you do not have to be like me and only practice fundamentals, but you do have to focus on them with intent, with variety, with a lot of cognitive effort. It is the only way you're going to improve in anything, is with a lot of cognitive effort and intent and focus, right? However long you can maintain that focus, however long you can apply that focus, however you even get to that state of focus, please do utilize it, and please do utilize it for things that will actually improve your base abilities as an artist, right? I am not saying I have the answers to everything, nor am I saying that my practice is perfect. I'm sure if Antonio or anybody in the RWAR team watched it, they would say shit like, you need to do more of our workouts. You need to do our sketchbooking course, which I will be doing. I have like a whole new way of practicing. Oh, I said last video that I wouldn't change up my practice, but I thought about it. I'm like, oh, fuck it, I will. I am not a man of my word. I will change anything and everything. So I changed it up, and I think it makes more sense now, and the blocks make more sense. But at the end of every block is basically going to be me doing the sketchbooking course. And with the way I set up my practice, it's not as if I'll do one thing like a day. Like I'm not just gonna do one thing for one day. It's however long I feel like it. Like for example, tomorrow I'll be doing figure mannequins, right? Like the mannequins that Art teaches, but it's obviously my own, I guess, version of a mannequin. But I usually do those for 2 to 3 days because that's something I really want to focus on and improve, right? But something like, I don't know, single contour, or single contour or single rounding, that stuff, it's pretty simple to me now, so I don't need to spend more than an hour on it, right? And it will come up again in the next block anyways. So yeah, like there will be multiple videos. I don't really give a shit about variety in my videos in that sense. Like if I need to practice something for multiple days straight, I will practice for multiple days straight. This art channel is my progress channel. I'm not doing it for the audience, I'm doing it for the money. So I think that makes sense. But yeah, beginner artists, please, please, please focus on the fundamentals. It is tantamount to success in this space. Genuinely. Yeah, genuinely. Maybe I should try bigger ones. Yeah, there you go. You see, that's how you know. Like that's something I can improve on, right? So why don't we do that again? Oh, that was a bit better. Oh. Yeah, I love holding the pen from far away because it's actually pretty difficult to retain sensitive pressure by holding it this far, but at the same time, this is long term. I don't expect to be good for another or my definition of good, for at least a decade, right? So if YouTube doesn't ban my channel for excessive swearing, right, and promoting self-hate, because excess melanin, guys, it's a problem in this day and age. But I'm sure there's people much darker than me who are rolling their eyes. Continue to roll your eyes. At least I am getting... I don't know, I was going to say something mean or controversial. I can't think of anything, but this driving engagement is difficult. I'm too nice of a guy. I'm just too good of a person. Maybe YouTube is just not something I'm cut out for. Okay, well, I guess I'm done addressing beginner artists, but please, for the love of God, stop bitching, stop complaining about PewDiePie being better than you. He clearly practiced with more focus. He basically spent the same amount of time I draw for every day, and he did it for a year, and he purely focused on drawing anime girls, or just anime characters in general. He didn't learn the fundamentals whatsoever, right? But he went off on drawing a specific type of thing. He learned a specific type of skill within drawing, which was drawing profile or like side angle pictures. He tried to understand what he was drawing, which is why he understood the shapes. And if you saw his 1 year video, you'll see that he specifically had a pretty decent understanding of at least how to rotate things in perspective, even if he didn't realize that he was doing it like that, right? So what can we learn from his progress? It is a skill. And he himself is saying anybody can draw, bro. Like, come on. Like, he still has so many fundamentals to work on, okay? And he got good with color because he's obviously been making thumbnails and doing Photoshop and shit since he was a smaller YouTuber, right? Like, I'm in design, and I was just an above average designer out of the gate. I still had a lot to work on, but I was an above average designer out of the gate purely because I was obsessed with technology in my high school years. I was obsessed with learning about phones. I didn't even realize I was into the design of the UX and the UI of the apps I used to download and the software updates that Android and iOS used to get back when they were still fleshing out their design systems. Right? I didn't know that's what I was into, but I was very obsessed with it, and intuitively I picked up on a lot of the languages, right? And now that's why I'm able to pick up on it still, and I'm able to utilize those things, and it just makes sense to me. Same thing with Pewds. That's not the only thing, but the point is, at the end of the day, he just worked hard. He worked smart, he worked with intent. Even in all his like 3-month or 30-day, then or like 60-day, 3-month, whatever the fuck, like his 3 videos that he made. Every single one of them, when he's explaining his art pieces, he's explaining his thought process. He says, I tried to do this. I was trying to figure out this. My intent was this. I was really trying to do this. He didn't say I fucking diddled and daddled and jerked myself off until the anime girl came around with nice hair and good highlights. He always talked about what he focused on. Like right now, what am I focusing on this entire time? Even though it's been difficult, I've been focusing on drawing clean lines while talking. That's basically it, right? I've been focusing on having good line work while whatever, fucking narrating or whatever. You know? And it's been very difficult. And you'll see that all of this is garbage. But this garbage is the beautiful what the fuck? I was trying to make a nice quote. What can you say? This garbage is... I'm just gonna say something generic. Part of the process. What the fuck? Yeah, this garbage is necessary. This garbage is what makes the giant pile of trash known as your personality. There you go. And who are you without your personality? An empty husk who doesn't draw with intent. Now that's deep. Think about that one. Go, and let's just do this. Oh, let's just make it the difficult angle as well. So I guess if I am going to go with royalty-free music, every time it's quiet, I do have a tendency that when it gets quiet, I want to think about shit to say. At least, I guess, when I'm recording now, you know, I'm a YouTuber after all. I got to YouTube. So, let's see. I don't know, maybe it'll be something like, oh, I love you, you love me. Wait, fuck, that's copyright. What are we at? We're at 59 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna finish making these little lines. And to be honest, this is therapeutic, even though obviously I have an intent behind it. This is it's just good practice. And this shit adds up too. Like, look, and this is how I can get my curvy lines in. I'm doing something like this. then like that. And I can practice spacing like that. And then like what, like that, yeah. Let's see. We can do something like this. But yeah, I hope this video was of no value to you and that you didn't learn anything. In fact, I hope you come out of it dumber, because that means that you'll stay stagnant and you'll continue watching these videos in hopes that they'll provide you value. I wish my audience has zero critical thinking skills. That'd be nice. Some bunch of fucking morons who love watching some dipshit ramble on. Oh, he doesn't like Pokemon, give him money. That's my dream. That's what I want to hear when people meet me. If I ever become famous, I want them to say something along the lines of, I love your work, where can I donate? And then I'll just point them to my open pocket and they just slide in a 20. Or something even bigger, like 30. Yeah, that's a laugh right there. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, you guys can draw along or keep me on in the background, I guess. Right? I can still get revenue that way, right? Oh no, fuck, I need retention though. Keep me out an open tab on your second monitor. Buy a second monitor, keep me on an open tab, have that monitor purely for these videos. Okay? And make sure you just keep looping them too. That way I'll get more watch time and retention. I would greatly appreciate that. In fact, not only would I greatly appreciate it, I would plan to greatly enforce it through one way or another. Violence is something that I'm not opposed to, so please be warned, my first, second, and third viewer, and soon to be maybe the fourth and fifth, depending on how big this video blows up. But with that being said, what's my outro again? Oh fuck, I think my chin rubbed up my mic. Oh, I guess that's fine. What's my outro? Shit. Oh yes. As always, keep drawing and please give me money. Goodbye.